Hi folks, welcome to Tidus episode 44. Today we're going to be taking on the Iron Passage and we have 3 goals. The first one is we want to get all of the items before taking on the Blue Smelter Demon. The second one is a lot of people are saying that this is one of the hardest boss fights in the game. Not because the boss fight is hard, but because getting to the boss fight is extremely challenging. I agree, Tidus has used a method here. We're going to take the right path, and we're going to use the Alluring Skulls to show you a trick to make it much easier. Yesterday, Kaladin showed you taking the left path. The left path will help if you want to take a summon into the boss fight. Tidus is going to show you the right path. We're not going to take a summon with us. Oh, we just got an Astrologist robe. So as soon as you get past the first gate here, run up to that Astrologist and get a backstab on her. She's going to cast the same spell every time, that Profound Walk of Peace. Run up and get a backstab on her. If you don't kill her, she's going to try and lure you out to this room over here. There's a Fume Sorcerer to our right. You don't want to fight the Fume Sorcerer and the Astrologist at the same time. On top of that, this is a very narrow ledge here. You can easily fall off and get taken out by the Ashen Warriors. We got 2 Crimson Waters. We're going to wander over to the second hallway. We're not going to go past the second hallway. We're going to see what items are in that hallway. So we're going to pull the lever and then throw our Alluring Skull. But first, don't forget about the Fume Sorcerer right here. You can tell where that Fume Sorcerer is by the gap in the rocks. There's 2 gaps in the rocks. The first one's right by the lever. The second one is where the Fume Sorcerer is hiding. If you R1 spam the Fume Sorcerer, he's going to teleport behind you and attack you, so be ready for that. Let's throw our Alluring Skull. We may have gotten it so that the lizard statue is going to shoot fireballs and take out the enemies for us. We got one of them. In the second hallway on the right, we have a Simpleton Spice. And down towards the end, on the left, we have 5 torches. I wish we could have Bright Bugs, Skeptic Spice. I wish there were just a bunch more items. Let's see if there's more items to get. We're going to drop down and poke our head out and see if we can get any more items here. Let's take a moment here to discuss our new enemy, the Astrologist. The Astrologist has 1500 health. She has her humanity. She's weak to fire, resistant to magic, and she uses the Tidus Chime and the Cleric's Parma. She has a bunch of different spells that she can cast. She has the Promised Walk of Peace, that's everyone's favorite, that increases your equip load by 50%. In order to avoid that, decrease your equip load to 50% or less, so that you can still roll. She also casts Profound Still, which makes you unable to cast spells for 30 seconds. She can still cast spells while that is active. She also uses Sunlight Spear, and she uses Blinding Bolt. She also has Great Heal. The Great Heal can heal herself and nearby enemies for a bunch of health. When you kill her, she can drop any of her equipment, which includes Tidus Chime, the Cleric's Parma. She'll drop the Black Hollow Mage Hood or the White Hollow Mage Hood. So she left us the Astrologist robe. She can also drop the Astrologist Gauntlets or the Astrologist Bottoms. The Astrologist armor is said to increase your luck. So we're going to warp on back to the bonfire. We're going to see if there's any items to get in the first hallway. And then we're going to drop down and see if there's any items to poke our head out there. Right in this room, there are 2 summons that you can take to the boss fight. You can take Drifter Swordsman Adel. He has the Engraved Gauntlets. He doesn't deal a lot of damage. So, you know, the Engraved Gauntlets have a small chance of dealing a critical attack. If his attacks aren't doing that much damage, the critical attacks aren't going to do much more damage. So I don't think taking him is worth it. can also bring Steel with Ori. She doesn't do a lot of damage either, but she's wearing the Mastodon armor. The Mastodon armor is highly resistant to magic, so if you want to take a summon with you, I highly recommend you take her. Got a small orange burr from the Ashen Warrior. And in the first hallway, we have 7 large Titanite shards. You can buy those from Blacksmith McDuff. I mean, it is nice to have, but man, all that work. Let's see if we can poke our head out and get some more items. Any items over here? Is this the first hallway? Okay, let's take a moment to discuss the Blue Smelter Demon. The Blue Smelter Demon has 9,260 health in New Game, 12,964 health in New Game Plus. He's weak to Strike, Dark, Poison, and Lightning. He's resistant to magic and immune to bleed. The Blue Smelter Demon drops 75,000 souls when defeated, and in New Game Plus he drops 112,500 souls. His most deadly attacks are his jumping attack, his double slashing attacks, his AoE magic explosion, his vertical sword slam that can fire magic, and his lunging sword blitz that can also fire magic. Both of those happen in Phase 3 when he fires the magic. In Phase 1, you want to watch out for his jumping attack. You want to roll when he jumps in the air. He can easily catch you with that, and if he catches you with it, even in Phase 1, he can do an AoE magic explosion afterwards. It can easily kill you. At about 25% damage received, he will drop his shoulders and make his growling noise. You want to run away as fast as possible as he's about to do his AoE magic explosion, and he's going to stoke the magic inside of him. You want to use that as an opportunity to heal, buff your weapon with Dark Pine Resin, or use a small blue burr. In Phase 2, you will take magic damage when you're close to him. In any of his 3 phases, pay close attention to what he does after a jumping attack. If he pulls his sword out of the ground, you want to run up and attack him once. If he keeps his sword in the ground, you want to run away from his AoE explosion and heal up or buff your weapon, then get 1 or 2 attacks in if you can. In Phase 3, when he is around 50% health remaining, he will stab himself with his sword and buff his weapon with magic. While he is doing that, he will take significantly less damage. You want to use that as an opportunity to heal up, buff your weapon, or get some attacks in. As he gets lower in health and closer to dying, his attacks will be more delayed. You want to watch him closely and continue running behind him to avoid his slashing attacks. Tidus has a recommended strategy to make this fight a lot easier, okay? As you are facing him, run past his right side to the center of his back, the side that he is holding his sword. The Blue Smelter swings from left to right and then right to left. A lot of times the second slash hitbox will miss you if you're doing this strategy correctly. So you want to imagine staying in the center of his back by running past his right leg. Just continually run past his right leg and dodge past his first slash, and a lot of times his second slash will miss you if you are dodging towards the center of his back. You want to use a small blue burr going into Phase 2. Don't dodge based on sound. You want to be patient, and you're going to expect him to kill you, and then you're going to do the run back, and you're probably going to die on the run back, so make sure to spend all your souls before fighting him. I hope these tips help you folks. Please let me know if they helped you. So we're hiding behind that wall because there's a Astrologist to our left. We don't want to fight an Astrologist and a Possessed Armor at the same time. Our intelligence is only 17, so we're not doing a lot of damage. But we got the items. So there are primarily 2 paths that you can take to the Smelter Demon. You would want to take the left path if you want to bring a summon with you. Kaladin showed you the strategy that he uses to take the left path. If you don't have Alluring Skulls, you can take the left path. Sometimes I ended up dying doing the left side. On the right side, I found it a lot safer, but you do have to spend using Alluring Skulls. They're like 300 apiece from Shalqua. So to do this strategy, I recommend you stand either right in front or right next to the lever. And you want to toss an Alluring Skull in the center of the pathway as far as you can. You don't want to hit the ceiling. And then you want to throw the skull and then run back and quickly pull the lever. Then you want to run to the left or to the right and roll through one or two of the fireballs and make it through before the gate closes. If you don't throw the Alluring Skull properly, one of three things can happen. The first thing is, it doesn't have to be perfect. So a lot of times you'll throw it and you'll still make it through no problem. The enemies don't even come out. The second thing that can happen is one or two of the enemies can come out. They'll be disoriented and confused. They aren't going to come out fast. And, you know, again, you just want to run around them and still dodge the fireballs and make it through. It's still pretty easy if this happens. The other thing that can happen is they'll come out at full force at you, like they normally do. That kind of stinks. That does happen sometimes. But, you know, throw another Alluring Skull, see if you can survive it. If not, just run back and get your souls and try it again. Tell me, folks, which strategy worked best for you? Did you like Kaladin's strategy using the left path? Or do you like the Alluring Skulls on the right path? Which path caused you to die less? Which one do you prefer using? Let me know. Even if you take one fireball, Tidus still makes it through. Just remember, after the first gate, run up and get a backstab on the Astrologist. We have enough time to get one attempt on the Blue Smelter Demon. Let's remove our Alluring Skulls. We're not going to need that for the fight. If you want to, you can put Dark Pine Resin on, and you can use it as soon as you enter the Boss Fog gate. We're going to run past this Possessed Armor and run straight into the Boss Fog. You can use your Dark Pine Resin as soon as you go in. Tidus is going to try and get a hit in for free. Alright, let's run to his back. As soon as he jumps, you want to dodge. Continue running to the center of his back. He's going into phase 2 now. We're going to heal up and equip a small Blue Burr. When you're far away from him like that, he's going to do one of two attacks. He's going to do his vertical sword slam, or he's going to do his lunging thrust. The strategy is going to be the same for both of them. You want to roll to the left or to the right to dodge his attacks. Phase 3 now. See that he puts his back against the wall sometimes. When that happens, just bring him back to the center of the arena. We're ready for his two different attacks that he can do, the lunging thrust or the vertical sword slam. And we're going to continue our strategy of running to the center of his back, getting our attacks in when we can. Oh, that jump attack almost got him. And he did a follow-up AoE explosion. Look how much great load is doing big damage. $585 damage. Almost got him. Oh, he dodged me. Oh, just missed. Oh, he's going to do an AoE explosion. We got him. Nice. Feels good to get Blue Smelter Demon on the first attempt. We have almost 100,000. Oh, we forgot an item. There's an item over there. The item over there is a dried root. It's not worth it. We're not going to go back and fight all those enemies just for a dried root. We have 100,000 souls. Let's go spend our souls. Well, first we're going to grab the Pharaoh's Mask. The Pharaoh's Mask is right before the lift here. If you go up the lift and go back out, it takes you right back to the entrance of the Iron Passage there. It takes you to the gate before the bonfire. We're not going to go there, and we're not going to get the dried root. We're going to talk to Ornifex, and we're going to get the Aged Smelter Sword, and then we're going to level up. Thank you so much for watching, folks. We'll see you next time.